Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Next, I would like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. We'll also like to give double honors to the elder high priest men that taught them. Peace, blessings, and salutation unto all the Akim that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth with all sincerity and in truth, as well as presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. This is the brother Yaradan from the Great Millstone Austin Camp. Just coming back at you with another video. And in this video, I just wanted to go into how a man will reap that which he soweth. And Lord willing, I pray that this video is edifying. So this is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So, goes into a thing of self-examination. Making sure that you lining up with the scriptures. Because Galatians 6 and 3 says, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. So it's making sure that you sowing that seed in which you ought to be sown according to the scriptures. Again, this is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. So if you sowing the things that's to this flesh, as in, giving in to the desires and the pleasures of this flesh, ultimately is gonna what? You're gonna reap corruption. And giving into this flesh, ultimately just goes to show that you don't truly fear or have faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Because giving into the flesh, ultimately brings forth about sin. And when sin is finished, it brings forth what? Death. And operating within this flesh, also is a sign that lets you know that you still have that fleshly mindset. This is Romans 8 and 7. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. And get this word carnal real quick. Salaki. This is the word carnal in the Google definition. Carnal describes things relating to the physical, sensual, or sexual desires of the body rather than the spirit or mind, often implying lustful or worldly indulgence. So operating within this flesh is you doing the things that's of the world. Again, Romans 8 and 7 said, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. Because again, the Lord doesn't deal with the flesh. This is a spiritual battle that we're fighting. Going back to the Galatians 6 and verse 8, it says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And the things that you should be sowing into the Spirit is ultimately walking within these scriptures. Putting off that old man and putting on that new man, putting on that full armor of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, which will allow you to be able to withstand the wiles of the devil, going into the trickeries. Because what scripture says, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. He can't, he can't pull the wool over our eyes no more. Why? Because the Lord has revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. This is 2 Timothy 3:16 in the Good News translation. All scripture, meaning from the front to the back of the Bible, the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament, says all scripture is inspired by the Most High and is useful for teaching the truth, rebuking error, correcting faults, and giving instruction for right living. So sowing unto the Spirit is again operating within these scriptures. It's just not, being given the understanding of these scriptures, but it's applying them on your day-to-day walk while in this spirit, but also applying them to your day-to-day walk within this flesh. Because again, these scriptures give us what we're needing to be able to have that to live a righteous life, again, while being in this flesh. And we read this Galatians 6:7 again. It says, "Be not deceived, it says the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." And Revelations 22:11 says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still." So it's the thing about, understanding what you're involved in. And like the scripture said, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So if you're reaping of the flesh, then ultimately, if you're sowing into the flesh, then the things that you're going to reap is going to bring forth none but death and destruction. But if you're sowing into the Spirit, and if you're doing it with a sincere heart, and if if we're part of that the elect, the 144,000, then that which we reapeth is going to be what? Salvation, deliverance from America, Babylon the Great. But I just want to go into a lesson that's going into how a man will reap that which he soweth. So with that, Lord willing, I pray that this video is edifying. Before I go, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Next, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. I also would like to give double honors to the elder high priest men that taught them. Peace, blessings, and salutation unto all the ICUM that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, as well as presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. Shalom.